Before we go anywhere, let's take one breath together. Inhale through your nose. Nice slow inhale and soft exhale. Soften your shoulders. I am Holly Ann, and this is the healing power of sound. So in the last episode, we talked about cymatics, how vibration organizes matter. Today, we're going to talk about something many people are probably curious about, and it's why gongs feel so intense. Why do some people cry, or feel waves through their body, or feel disoriented, or deeply peaceful? Let's unpack what actually happens. Not all sound is created the same. A crystal bowl produces a relatively pure, sustained tone. It's steady, predictable, focused. A gong is very different. A gong produces a wide spectrum of frequencies all at once. Low frequencies, mid frequencies, high overtones, shifting waves. It's complex. When you strike a gong, you're not only hearing one tone, you're hearing a field of sounds. And that field moves. Gongs produce low frequency vibrations. So these low frequencies travel a lot further and penetrate deeper into the tissue. So you don't just hear them, you feel them. This sound is a mechanical vibration, and your body is a conductive medium, especially when it contains more fluid. So when you're laying down during a gong session, these waves, or those waves, are literally moving through you, not metaphorically, mechanically. Your fascia, the connective tissue that surrounds every muscle and every organ, transmit the vibration. So your nervous system detects changes in pressure and movement, and that is why you feel the waves like rolling through your body. So now let's talk about the nervous system. Your nervous system loves predictability. Steady rhythm feels safe, but a gong isn't the same way like a single drum beat is. It swells, it crescendos, it shifts, it creates unpredictable overtones. For a regulated system, that can feel expansive. For a stressed or trauma-sensitive system, it can be unpredictable and can feel activating. Intensity does not mean something is wrong. It means that your nervous system is responding to the complexity of it. Sometimes that response may look like tears, heat, tingling, goosebumps, muscle twitches, memories surfacing. These are nervous system responses, not a mystical phenomena. So gongs also affect our brainwave. Because they're layered in frequencies, they can encourage shifts from the beta state, which is the alert thinking, into the alpha and theta states. The theta states are associated with deep relaxation, dreamlike imagery, memory access, and emotional processing. When the thinking mind quiets, stored emotional material can surface. And that is why some people cry without knowing why. It's not the gong making you emotional, it's your nervous system moving into a state where processing becomes possible. You hear something important. Sometimes people feel disoriented during a gong session. It doesn't mean it's harmful, but it just means we need to understand what's happening. The brain is used to organize sound into predictable patterns. Melody, rhythm, structure. A gong creates a wash of overlapping frequencies that the brain can't easily categorize. So when the brain can't predict it, it stops trying to control. That surrender can feel very expansive. Or temporary I can't even say it. Or temporarily destabilizing. For someone who lives in control or hypervigilance, that loss of predictability can feel intense. That's why facilitation matters. That's why grounding matters. And that's why not every nervous system is ready for the full, intense gong work immediately. Hence why I try and put them in the middle of my sound baths and not like in the beginning somewhere. I try and work into it. And then I work up from there and trying to read how the room is, if they're ready for it or not. So if someone has a trauma history, the body may associate loud, unpredictable sound with a threat. So part of trauma-informed work is pacing. Volume matters, duration matters, integration time matters. Intensity is not the goal, regulation is the goal. The gong is a tool, it's not the healer. Your body is the healer. The gong simply creates a powerful vibrational environment, and that powerful environment requires skillful facilitation. I'm getting tongue-tied over here today. So, now on the other side of the intensity, some people feel bliss, spaciousness, timelessness, euphoria. When the nervous system shifts deeply into the parasympathetic regulation, the body releases tension. When tension releases, energy feels fluid. So in brainwave slow, the default mode network, right? When the brainwaves slow down, the default mode network, the consistent self-referral thinking quiets. That quiet can feel like freedom. Not because the gong did something magical, but because the system organized. Alright, let's go back to the orchestra metaphor that I had. If the body is an orchestra, the gong isn't a single instrument. It's like introducing a full symphony of frequencies at once. If the orchestra already somewhat regulated, it can regulate that complexity beautifully. As I hit my mic, sorry. If it's chaotic, that complexity might feel overwhelming at first. But over time, with safe exposure, that system can learn to tolerate or even enjoy that depth. That's nervous system capacity building. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed during a gong session, here's something simple. You can place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Take a slow inhale in and a long exhale out. You can open your eyes. No one said you had to keep your eyes closed throughout the whole sound session. You still get the same benefit if you have your eyes open. So you can open your eyes and then feel the ground beneath you. Regulation is always available. Intensity is not something that you just have to push through. So why do gongs feel so intense? Because they produce complexity, layered frequencies. Because low frequency vibration moves through the tissue. Because unpredictability changes or challenges the brain. Because slowing brainwaves allows for emotional material to surface. And because your nervous system is responding in real time, intensity isn't the goal. Coherence is. So in the next episode, we're going to explore sound and emotional release, why tears happen, why memories surface, and what actually means psychologically. So stay with me, we're building this safely.